the rest of the vegetables.
Do you go rape?
Pardon?
Rape? The rapeseed oil? Does anybody grow the leaves?
Yeah, I didn't look for that. Someone just
I would
asked me.
love to have some.
Oh, really? So, as I was saying, to your left would be a vegetable called celosia here, and we call it avubo in West Africa. Edible hibiscus, or sora, or sawa in West Africa. Bisap, yes. Water leaf, also known as purslane plant here. These are some of the very sought after vegetables that we grow and that we are experimenting with. The package is big because we wanted you to know that at UDC we have a very good nutrition, diet and health department. And we do research on foods to know what values, nutrition values and medicinal values that are in these foods. And so we will be working on the English-speaking vegetables also. And we'll find out what's in them for you. Much research has been conducted all over the world, but we will do our own research here, and we will do our own testing. UDC has just built a fantastic lab that we will take advantage of in finding out the values for these foods. And believe me, my drive is to put some of these foods in the mainstream stores soon and have chefs in Washington cooking boma and stuff. As I said, we had to start somewhere, and we started with research and also acceptance from stakeholders, both in-house as well as outside, to see if there is, if it's worth us doing it. And truly, we have an answer. And so we started, and if you see here, I'm sharing some of my plans with Will Allen, the great Will Allen in Wisconsin. Growing power is big. Really big. So you see, he's so big and I'm so small. And we are also concerned about the youth. We are like the cigarette companies. We're studying the youth to eat these vegetables. Now, but this is for health. So I have young people coming to my gardens. I have gardens, demonstration gardens in almost all the wards in Washington, D.C., where I show people how to grow these vegetables. The youth, these guys are from Ward 8. And they came to my garden at the Lederer in the Northeast, in Ward 7. And they are not very easy guys. But we got along because I introduced them to edible hibiscus. They saw it, some of them thought it was marijuana. They jumped on it, but it wasn't that. But the ones that were courageous to taste it, liked it. So sawa hibiscus has become my hit plant in Washington because in love it has a tangy, lemony taste. And so they eat it, and they eat it, and they eat it. So you see, we made friends. We're friends, and they're holding the sawa with me. also get it at an affordable price because imported food is very expensive. And I think African food is the most expensive food in the United States because it comes from so far away and it goes through a lot to get to the table. And so it becomes very expensive. And so knowing that they can get their food fresh locally is a relief. So we are talking about the availability of the ethnic foods. And there are a lot of outlets now opening up, including when I first came, Africans were not in the business. So now Africans are also selling these foods. The top would be Koreans and Indians who really sell these things, and Africans and Hispanic stores. Africans will go there and buy their things, but now African stores are opening up as well. As I said, the only way that the Africans or whomever could get their vegetables would be out of can, processed, and that's the only way. So with my revolution, we are working and creating partnerships all across the district. And we have gardens in strategic places where people can view them and people can actually touch the plants and experiment with them. And I have over here in Ward 6 is a ginkgo garden. Does anybody know where it's on 11th Street? We have a garden there. And this one is at Fort Lincoln, at a place called, it escaped me. But we have a partnership with them at this garden, and it's a heavy traffic area. And as I told you, the people get energized by learning about these plants, and they tell their friends the new names of plants that they have learned. The lady on the left-hand side is from West Africa, and I wanted to just legitimize this whole thing for myself. So I brought her in without any announcement of what she might find. And when she found it, she said she has to have all of it. So she took some, and I do a lot of teaching. I teach people how to grow these vegetables and others. And so we have to get into the practice of growing the food for ourselves. And I teach immigrant farmers as well. Outreach, collaboration is very important for my work. So I work with such organization as Bread for the City. For the first time, we grew these vegetables in their garden on the rooftop. It was very nice. You know, my vegetables are going up. They're growing. So I have a very nice relationship with many organizations across the city, and it's growing. Outreach activities in Ward 8, where we are introducing some of these vegetables to the residents of Ward 8, which so that they can learn about new vegetables, new foods, and eat for health. Speak for itself. So people Voila. So now I'm all yours.